The police chief leading the search for Nancy Guthrie in the US state of Arizona says he believes she is being held close to her home. The 84-year-old mother of the presenter Savannah Guthrie was taken more than 2 weeks ago. The sheriff, Chris Nanos, says he believes the kidnapping was targeted and condemned what he called sensationalized media coverage. He's been speaking to the BBC North America correspondent David Willis.
No match on the DNA from the FBI database, apparently. How much of a blow is that? How much of a setback, if any?
No, it's not. I mean, you'd like to get a hit, but it's not a setback at all. We'll continue to look at that. There's an opportunity maybe to do some genealogy work with it, but there's more DNA work that needs to be done.
So you haven't given up on that?
Oh, no, not at all, no. We run all leads down until we have no more lead. And that's, what, 30, 40,000 of them.
And what is the relationship, if any, with the DNA from Nancy Guthrie's house? Is there still a chance that that DNA could lead to a suspect?
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, now for me, the priority is that house, that crime scene. We have DNA found at a glove that's 2 miles away, but you could have gloves that were found 5 or 6 miles away. We have, like I say, 40,000 leads. You have to start prioritizing those leads. You know, the real thing to me, the big key leads for me are, when we talk of DNA, is that crime scene.
You basically cleared, as it were, Savannah Guthrie and her siblings from suspicion. What led to that? Was it the fact that you had investigated them and then found them to be innocent, or was it as a result of the sort of pressure that we've seen from the media?
All cases have a progression, right? A starting point. And typically in something like this, you're going to start with who or what? The scene and who last saw her. And that was family. But you naturally go through that. There's a delicacy there that you've got to understand, that you're dealing with some victims here as well. That's her mom, right? That's their mom. So we really put them through the ringer. We not just interview them, we take their cars, we take their houses, we take their phones, all this stuff, and we're not taking it, they're giving it to us voluntarily. They have been 100% cooperative with us through everything we've asked. They are victims. They are not suspects.
And how are they coping?
It's pretty devastated, and it's understandable. Yeah, but they're hopeful too, just as we are.
And was this a targeted kidnapping?
You know, I believe that. But the evidence and the case as it unfolds will prove that, or prove something else. But yes, I believe it was.
And how long do you think it will take to catch this man,
you know,
or
I've
men?
been doing this for 50 years. I could sit here and tell you, boy, we'll never solve this case. And then the next day we solve it. Here's one that I go, man, I wish we could solve it in the next 10 minutes. It may be the next 10 days, the next 10 months. Or worse.
Where do you think Nancy Guthrie is?
I think she's somewhere here in our community.
Locally?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
I just do. I don't know why. I don't have any evidence to prove that, but I just believe that she's somewhere here locally.
And the opinion of these internet sleuths or amateur detectives, how complicating has that been for you and your officers here?
You know, I'm always used to white noise, right? You get into politics, it's part of the job. But what I'm not used to is some of the haters gonna hate, right? We know that. But you have to think, particularly if you're in a profession as journalism, but even as just the profession of being a human being, realize you're working with humans. People have feelings. These are victims. You can't say the ugly things that have been said there. That shouldn't happen.